man. The 2026 NFL organized team activities, that is OTAs, are zeroing in on high stakes roster battles, rookie transitions, and scheme adaptations across the league. Now, key focuses include young signal callers mastering new playbooks, veterans securing starting roles on revamped offensive lines, and early round draft picks proving their worth before mandatory minicaps in August. It is time, man. Trades have happened. The rosters are basically set. Let's get with the first question. We'll start with our teams. How will the 49ers address the wide receiver position, coach?
First, they're going to start off with Mike Evans. He's not the old Mike Evans that we know he was at Tampa, where he was going to give you 1,000 yards every year. Still could be possible, though, because we know we have one of the greatest offensive minds in football in the NFL. But they all going to do it by committee as well. They're not going to leave it all up to Mike Evans. You know, we drafted the young guy, Deshaun Stribling, that's going to come in and help. But it's going to have to be Mike Evans and committee. I don't think we're not going to have that number one wide receiver that can go get you 1,300 yards. Mike Evans will probably have anywhere from 800 to 900, and then we'll have some other guys that may give you 400, and other guys give you 300. It's going to have to be by committee because Mike Evans is just a little old right now.
Weezy?
Man, I think I like Mike Evans. I think Mike Evans will give you 1,000 yards this year. Him with Ricky Purcell, yeah. I think Mike Evans will give you 1,000 with Purdy. I think he'll give you 1,000 yards.
Okay. Okay.
I really do.
Mike.
So you think he
1K. I don't see it.
What you think he'll give you 800?
I think he'll give me 800.
800, he'll give you 1,000.
No, that's a big difference.
I'm telling you now.
Weezy.
He said it.
Yeah, I think so.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I hope he does. I hope you're right.
I hope you're right. We'll move on from Brandon Ayuk. Clearly, we'll talk about that. Less than 2 years after we signed him to a 4-year, $120 million deal. That was a big mistake. Ricky Purcell flashed his potential when he's healthy. He's only played in 20 games over the last 2 seasons, though, Coach. And we replaced Third and Juwan with Mike Evans, like you guys have talked about. Now, Christian Kirk is the person that we took a chance on. Had a solid prime. Injuries have held him to 239 and 379 receiving yards, respectively, in the past 2 seasons. Now, who Coach talked about, Deshaun Stribling, he filled out the roster room just to kind of see how that wide receiver room is going to look. So it is going to be a wide receiver by committee. But the main thing I'm worried about is the tight end position because we don't have George Kittle. I don't think he plays at all this year. So we got to figure out if Jake Tongues is going to do something and Luke Farrell. So they kind of combine the one to be one thing for my guy George Kittle. So you got one as a pass catcher, one as a blocker. We got some cap space to maybe make some trades. I don't think we'll do that because, again, we're going to have to eat some dead cap space with Brandon Ayuk. So basically, we're hoping for the best.
Yeah, because
at the wide receiver position.
Because what made Kittle so good is that he was both of those threats at the same time. Yep. So as good as these defense coordinators are, they gonna know, okay, this tight end's on the field, it's more likely gonna be a run.
100%.
Oh, this tight end's on the field, more likely gonna be going out for a pass.
Yeah. Cameraman, you missed it. Weezy said that Mike Evans will get 1,000 yards.
And he put it on the board.
Put it on the board. That's right. All right. Moving on to the Tennessee Titans. Can Cam Ward have a breakout sophomore season, Weezy?
He can, but I think it. It's not gonna. Will he be better than what he was last year? Probably so. Will it be breakout? I don't know because we still don't have an offensive lineman. We don't have an offensive line to protect him. He was sacked the second or third most in the league last year.
That's right.
So to go from that to having a breakout year, well, we didn't sign that many offensive linemen this year. So we got to get that offensive line fixed. I don't see him for having a breakout year.
Wow, Coach.
I think he'd be better than what he was last year, but breakout, no.
I think he's gonna be better than he was last year, and I do think he will have a breakout year. You guys added too many weapons, and you did kind of address the offensive line with the veteran center Austin Schlottman. He's gonna help, but then you added the tight end Chig Okwanu, and then of course you added your wide receivers in Carnell Tate, Wan'Dale Robinson, and running back Nick Singleton. So naturally, putting more weapons around him is gonna allow him to play better. I don't think it'll be a breakout like MVP kind of breakout, but I think he'll be much better than he was this past year because there's nothing like experience.
That's right.
Experience is half the battle when it comes to playing quarterback in NFL, and then you add those weapons around him. I think we'll see a breakout year from him.
All right. Unfortunately, largely through no fault of his own, his rookie season didn't just quite live up to a number 1 overall pick. And the biggest problem is that he was playing for Brian Callahan and Nick Holtz. The best thing that happened was Bo Hardegree was his quarterback coach, which in turn you saw Cam get better as the year progressed, and he found the guy in Shamir DK and also my guy from Stanford who you guys got, Cole, Eric Elo Maynor. So if you look at this team now, you have Brian Daboll, and that new coaching staff always helps a way to make the quarterback look better. I think he'll have him playing at an entirely new level this year coming up. There's always a small little backside when you're figuring out a way to add in a new quarterback, but with that new coaching staff, and you got, like Coach mentioned, Calvin Ridley, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Carnell Tate, I think he'll throw the ball down the field a lot more, and he'll also look better in 2026. So, yes, I think he can have a breakout sophomore season, 100%. Next up, will Aaron Donald joins Myles Garrett in Los Angeles? Weezy, yes or no?
It's on the table, man. No, I don't think so. If it does happen, I think it'll be mid-season, something like that. But they're going to have to come out with some money. Aaron Donald ain't just going to go there for nothing just because he's playing with Myles Garrett. They're going to throw some money, bread at him. But do I think they're making phone calls? Yeah.
Coach?
No, I don't think he's playing either, man. It sounds good to say that you're going to pair Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald up together, but he's not getting up off that couch or leaving his personal weight room at home to go through a rigorous NFL season and go take the beating that he takes. They don't have enough money to entice him. They would have to come up with a lot of money, like we just said, to get him to come out of retirement and go through a whole nother season of that. Even though we know he's a physical specimen, he's not your average D lineman, but they don't have enough money. The Rams they going all in for this year, to spending money. They got Myles Garrett, like we talked, like joining them, but I just don't think they have enough money to get him to come out of retirement.
He hasn't played since 2023. This is one of the best rosters in the league. Got even better with the addition of the 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. You bring in 3-time Defensive Player of the Year in AD. He's only 35, guys. And they did the math. It's a 46% chance that he comes back. So, in turn, if you look at the way the rosters are set up, if he can skip a lot of training camp, and like Weezy mentioned, just come in at the end of training camp, play in the last 2 preseason games, and the Super Bowl is in SoFi this year, same place he won his first and only championship, this is the year to do it. I think he comes back. I think he comes back.
How much they give him?
10.
I won't come back for 10.
10 and, bro.
With some incentives?
10 with some incentives. I think you'll do it. Think you'll do it. The next question, did the Patriots overpay or underpay for A.J. Brown? Coach?
Neither. I think they did it just right. He's still a number 1 wide receiver, and he can change the offense because of his big playability, the ability to stretch the field. Plus, the way his contract is set up, there are options. There's no guarantee he would get the $113 million fully. In 2026, he has a $1.3 million base salary, pending for 27 option bonus million. In 2027, it's 1.3 with options and workout bonuses. 2028, 1.39 base salary with options and roster bonus. Same thing for 2029. And then 2030, it can be a void year.
Yeah.
So the way his contract is set up, it's over the span of those 4 or 5 years, and there's no guarantee he gets it all. So I think they did it just right.
Yep. We?
Yeah, I don't think they underpay. I don't think they underpay for him for sure. But they overpay, not right now, but they probably will in the future for another contract. But yeah, I don't think they will. I think it's a good spot. AJ Brown's somewhere where he respects the coach.
Yep.
So he didn't respect nobody over there at the
Nope.
Eagles. Did y'all hear the way? Did y'all hear why they got into it?
No, that's allegedly. That's alleged.
Allegedly, I mean, big time allegedly though.
Yeah, that's alleged.
But allegedly,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
A little truth to every room.
Yeah, there's a little truth there. It was smoke that's fire. Did they overpay or underpay? I think no. At cap hit, like Coach mentioned, you can still go get players with that cap hit. This is great for them. And he's coming off a down year, but I think he's still considered one of the top 5-10 wide receivers in the entire NFL over the past 16. What'd you say? 10. Okay, over the past 6 seasons, but he's only surpassed 1,100 receiving yards twice in his career. And though both times he nearly reached 1,500, and he did that with Ryan Tannehill and Jalen Hurts. I think Drake May is undoubtedly the best quarterback A.J. Brown has ever played with. So
That's for sure.
this feels
Thrown
a
quarterback,
clear
for sure.
thrown quarterback. This quarterback period. Listen, you know, and everybody in here know that Drake May is a better quarterback.
Jeff, boy, I know Jeff is
That
he's
Jalen
gonna be
Hurts.
cringing when he hears
So-
this.
But A.J. Brown clears a fear at the wide receiver room that New England hadn't had since.
Moss?
Yeah.
And to think about the stats you just said,
Yeah.
he did both of those. He did both of those in run first offense.
Yes. 100%.
Huh?
Yeah. So this is
Yeah.
a need, man. This is a team with Super Bowl aspirations before the deal. You got Romeo Doubs, you got Kayshon Boutte at the top of that depth chart, and then and the rumor is Stephon Diggs is coming back to New England. So
Ooh, to go with
because they getting rid of Kayshon Boutte.
ooh, that's gonna be.
Hey, though.
Kayshon Boutte can play, but
Yeah.
A.J. Brown is gonna be the one. Then you got Stephon Diggs as the 2.
Ooh-wee.
Then you bring in Romeo Doubs to be Romeo Doubs.
Yeah.
See.
Jeff is gonna throw something at the TV if he's watching, or he might throw his phone down if he's listening.
Yeah, 100%. Next up, will Odell Beckham play with the Giants in 2026? Weezy.
Yes. Especially come back to where he once started, got some unfinished business. I'm not saying he'll be a big key contributor, but he will play for the Giants this year in a regular season game.
Coach?
I say yes too. They're gonna make sure not to overdo anything in training camp, to get him hurt and make sure he makes to the season opener. Now, we know they number one wide receiver, Neighbors, won't be ready. Season 1, possibly could not play, and they don't have a deep wide receiver room. So he's going to play. The question is going to be, how long is he going to play? Is he going to get hurt in week 1?
Come on.
Will he get hurt in week 2? But I do think he will play. I just don't know how long he'll play.
Go. Do I think he'll play? Yes, because Malik Neighbors won't be ready week 1. I think he'll be on the PUP list and won't be able to play until week 8, week 9, maybe. And that's just being relatively optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
But you do this to sell jerseys because they already cut Jalen Hyatt, who wore the 1-3 before him. And then now Odell's back with the 1-3. You got to sell some jerseys. And also you got to keep that wide receiver room happy until Neighbors gets back. So him going in for a cleanup, I don't think meniscus repair, that's code for that knee's pretty bad. And I think it looks like a blatant red flag. He might not even play the entire year. But Odell Beckham is 33 years old. He sat out in the entire season last year, and he's missed 57% of the possible regular season games that he could have played in over the past 5 years. So nobody else wanted him. The Giants got him back. They needed a wide receiver 1 to kind of fill in while Malik Neighbors is gone. This is a great person to add in, but will he play? Yes. We just don't know how long he'll play. Yeah. Next up, who will win the quarterback battle in Minnesota between Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy? Coach?
Kyler Murray's going to win this battle, man. He has too much experience. He's just a better quarterback at this point of his career than J.J. And I didn't like the answer that J.J. gave when they asked him and Kyler Murray, how's it in the quarterback room? Kyler Murray said, we're right there, we're working together, we're helping each other out. He said all the right things, but then they asked JJ, and he's talking about it's like we in a class. He's on one side, I'm on one side, and that's how it is.
Man.
To me, that lets me know that you're already defeated.
Yeah, you defeated.
It's not going like you wanted to go, and you basically know this guy's going to win this quarterback battle. So I got Kyler Murray winning this battle.
Well, yeah.
Kyler Murray's gonna win the battle, and J.J. McCarthy, he's salty about it, but for good reason. They brought Kyler Murray in to pretty much take your job, and Kyler Murray is the better quarterback right now. J.J. McCarthy, they took a big swing on him and they missed.
They missed
badly, and that coach can't go through that again.
No,
that coach can't go through that. Team can't go through that again.
I with Jettas out there.
Yeah, you got the best wide receiver. Only had 1,000 yards this year. He averages about 1,200 to 1,300 yards a year, a season.
16.
Yeah, he can't. And if he don't get over, I mean, just 1,000 again, he's gonna be asking for a trade.
Just
He
like
got bigger problems.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Kyler Murray's winning this. The Vikings put McCarthy, like Weezy mentioned, their 2024 first round pick, on notice by signing a guy like Kyler Murray. And all you've heard through the start of OTA is how far the gap is between J.J. McCarthy and Kyler Murray. And it's a lot of criticism for J.J., like how Coach mentioned, how he's acting like an ass the entire start of OTAs. And if Murray is starting, then the Vikings have a good chance to kind of grow at the quarterback position with J.J. McCarthy. He'll be able to tear it up against first-string defenses in practice. Team is in a good spot. Outcomes surprise many people. Kyler Murray signed a great contract because he can't be franchise tagged. Mm-hmm. So he will be an unrestricted free agent at the end of this year. He'll go wherever the hell he wants to. I think he'll re-sign long-term in Minnesota, and it'll be the start of a great relationship. But yeah, no, J.J. McCarthy's done. Yep. Next up, will Daniel Jones be ready for the start of the season, Weezy?
I think he will. And I think Daniel Jones might have the start of the season like he did last year, another big season. They got a good running back. They still got a good defense. I think Daniel Jones will be ready for the start of the season.
Coach?
Yeah. Achilles injuries are not like they used to be in the 90s. Technology has dramatically changed the injury recovery when it comes to those major ligament injuries, and we've seen numerous players come back from Achilles injuries within an 8 to 10 month span. You got Kobe Bryant came back in 8 months. Jason Tatum came back 10 months. Aaron Rodgers was back on the practice field doing small stuff 3 months in his. David Beckham came back after 6 months and played with the LA Galaxy. And Jones has already been cleared for 7-on-7, so he definitely be ready to start the season in September.
Yeah, so all of those guys mentioned, they didn't have a really good start to their return. Mm-hmm. So you look at it, they rewarded him with a 2-year, $88 million extension this offseason. They're putting a lot of eggs into the basket of Daniel Jones for him to be ready in 2026 because they went and re-signed Alec Pierce. You still got Josh Downs and Tyler Warren, one of the best young tight ends in the league. If he isn't ready for week 1, you'll have Anthony Richardson, who could be traded, or Riley Leonard under center. I don't think he'll play week 1. I think they'll hold him until week 4, week 5, and let Anthony Richardson go out there and spend it to get some trade value because they know their future is in Daniel Jones. So you want to get Richardson with a little bit of trade value so you can trade him for at least a 3rd or 4th round pick. So I don't think he'll be ready to start the season. Next up, who will be the Browns starting quarterback, Weezy?
The best quarterback on the roster, it's the seasoned quarterback, is Deshaun Watson.
100%.
Yeah.
You shouldn't say that.
Yeah, he hasn't played in a while, but with more experience and everything. But here's the thing: coming into the season, they're gonna try to do everything they can to. They're gonna give Shador every chance they can to make him a starter. Deshaun Watson's gonna have to beat him out, and I don't think it'd be hard to do. But they're gonna give Shador every chance to make him a starter.
Cool.
I don't think he has to beat him out. I think they're gonna give him the starting job off the rip. It's too much money invested in him for them not to put him out there. Now, the question is, will he continue to be the starter throughout the season? Because they paying him too much money not to give him a chance to play. Now, if he does start to stink it up, we will see Shador come in and replace him as a starting quarterback. But week 1, Deshaun Watson will be starting quarterback 1 for the Cleveland Browns.
But that contract he got in 20, they've paid that money.
No, they pay. No, it's a guaranteed contract. Yeah. The entire in perpetuity.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that money's been paid because he signed that contract in 2020, right?
Yeah, but that's
2026.
Still 2 years left on the contract.
Yeah,
right? Still 2 years. Yeah. This is the most crowded quarterback room in the National Football League. You got Watson, you got Shador Sanders, you got Dylan Gabriel, and rookie Taylor Green. Now, Ty Monken has yet to name his starter, but in turn, like Coach mentioned, you follow the high draft pick or you follow the money. This follows the money. Shador Sanders is not a high draft pick. He can get into a situation where he will play this year because that team will stink again. And they're going to stink to high hell because they want Arch Manning. They want my guy Dante Moore. Mm-hmm. They want maybe Lenny Sellers. Like they want one of those guys to be their QB1. And so in turn, yes, with the Cleveland Browns, they're gonna take him out of the game because the team's gonna stink. They don't have anybody to get open. Jerry Judy's still there. They let what's my guy name? The tight end is cold.
Man.
What's my guy name, man?
For the Browns?
For the Browns.
He's an African dude.
David Njoku.
Yeah.
And they have the best young tight end, I think, in Harold Fanning. So they got pieces there, improvements made to that offensive line. But whoever steps in under center should perform better this year. But you just lost a generational talent in Myles Garrett. You replace him with Jerry Verse, who's an Ohio native. I think that'll be cool. But other than that, no, man. You're looking for a quarterback next year, 100%.
And Dylan Gray was gone.
He's gone. He's already playing in number 8.
Yeah, he's mad. Yeah, he's mad. Jerry Verse has already walked out in 8. Yeah. He's hot about it. What did you expect? Come on, man.
Yeah,
he walked out there to practice in 8. Jerry Verse is.
So Dylan Gray was mad.
He should be. I know I would be. Yeah. The next question, will Houston lock down C.J. Stroud with an extension, Coach?
It remains to be seen, man. Because of his play last season, the Texans cannot afford – they cannot afford to go ahead and pay him. What they can do is afford to exercise his 5th-year option, which they've done, and wait to see how he plays at the early part of the season and not give him the big quarterback contract until he shows he can be that QB of the future. Because with this good quarterback class that's going to be eligible for the 2027 draft, the Texans are willing to wait it out to see if he's going to be their quarterback of the future or if they're going to be bad and be prepared to draft another young quarterback.
Weezy?
That's true what Coach said. But the thing is, I think they get a lot of their weapons back. He's going to look good. Tank Dale's coming back. He's going to have a big injury, but he's coming back. He still have the other wide receiver, Nico Collins. So he could get his weapons back. And here's the thing. C.J. Stroud is not a bad quarterback.
He's not.
He's not a bad quarterback. He just had I don't know what it was last year where he couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, the wheels just fell off in the postseason.
But I think they'll sign him.
Dude, he had 10 fumbles and maybe 7 interceptions across 2 playoff games.
Bad. 4
interceptions against the Patriots tied the franchise playoff record.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's tough, man. So that performance left some questioning regarding the future of C.J. Stroud. Mm-hmm. The Texans, you go and pay Will Anderson Jr., the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history with 3 years, $150 million. That is very telling. That's very telling. I think they will let him play out 2026 before committing to some major money. They have the defensive side of the ball to win a Super Bowl right now. They need an offense to do its part, and I think that is a critical goal for C.J. Stroud, and David Mulugheta will make sure that he gets that. And here's the thing. If they don't pay you, they'll franchise tag you, and you'll get some money. So I think C.J. Stroud is the QB1. I think he's the best young quarterback in the league. I've been saying that from the beginning. I think he's better than all of the young guys, and I think he'll prove it this year because he'll have his real pieces there. So, yeah, they won't pay him immediately, but by week 8, week 9, he'll get paid.
I can't believe you still on that hill. That whole draft quarterback class was bad.
So do you think you starting the team tomorrow, Jaden Daniels and him, who you taking?
Starting team tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm taking Jaden Daniels. And I like C.J. Stroud.
Give me C.J.
I think
Stroud.
he's good.
You taking Jaden Daniels too?
Yeah. Jaden Daniels is more athletic.
That's what I'm saying. The quarterback, he make bad decisions too.
He probably does, but he's.
You just think. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Being athletic, but you have to be athletic like Cam Newton athletic. You see what I'm saying? Because he's not as strong as Cam. He's frail. He's been hurt every year.
Yeah, but okay. But that doesn't take that doesn't mean he's not athletic as Cam. He's just as he can do it.
No, what I'm saying is he's not built for those hits the way that he plays football.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not investing
right
my money in a guy that is frail.
I'm with you.
Yeah, and C.J. Stroud doesn't play.
But you said he wasn't
that brand
athletic.
Of he's not as athletic as Cam Newton. He's not.
I think so.
In what way?
He can run I think he can do everything Cam can. He can run just as fast as Cam.
He's faster than Cam, but he can't take the beating Cam can take.
No, but that doesn't.
I get you. It's not saying.
I don't think so. But that's just me.
Next up, when will Fernando Mendoza make his first NFL start, Weezy?
You looked at Coach.
I know.
Are you mad?
Because I don't want to talk
mad at
right
me.
now.
He mad at me. I think he'll. Let's say week 6. Week 6. I think for sure that Kirk Cousins will start. I think he will start. You know, it's crazy, but I think he will start. Ashton Genty's a running back. They got rid of their offense coordinator, thank God.
Yeah. They got Brock Bowers.
Bowers. I think by week 6 he'll come in. Week 6, either they'll lose a couple games and season will be halfway be over, or an injury or something like that. But he'll start by week 6.
Coach.
I don't think he starts until 2027 unless Kirk gets hurt.
Hell no.
I'm saying, this thing.
If he come in and have Kirk come in and have a good season,
that's what I'm saying. Because like we said, he has weapons. Ashton Genty, Jalen Naylor, Brock Bowers. Mendoza's not going to be ready. Go ahead and let him just study this whole year under Kirk unless Kirk gets hurt. And then you let Mendoza learn the league, learn the game, and you don't have to throw him to the fire as a rookie when he's not ready. Go ahead and let Kirk Cousins play, because Kirk is proved he can play if he's healthy. He did have the best wide receiver in the league on his team, but he has a lot of help with these other guys. You got one of the best running backs going to be in the league.
You ain't got no wide receiver.
Jalen Naylor, his young guy.
Sorry.
Oh, my God. And then you got Brock Bowers at tight end.
Bring in Debo.
So then he's going to have another wide receiver.
You know what is difficult when to talk to you about sports, because when you think somebody's sorry,
it ain't no change.
You ain't going to change it.
It's not
but
y'all. He's not a wide receiver one.
You think that he don't think that.
He don't think that neither. He don't think Jalen Naylor is a wide receiver one. Do you think he's a wide receiver?
He's not a wide receiver one, but he's good enough.
But yeah, he don't think he's sorry.
I don't think he's sorry.
He's the worst wide receiver one in the NFL.
Oh, here we
that
go.
don't mean he's sorry.
That makes you the sorriest if you're the worst in the league.
Being the sorriest number one does not make you sorry. Because if you're the sorriest number one, that means you're better than every other number two that's in the league.
That ain't necessarily true. It's about 15 number twos is better than him.
But that don't
win
mean
that, coach.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you still think Caleb Williams is sorry.
I don't think Caleb Williams is sorry. I don't think he's sorry.
So you changed.
But
okay.
I don't think he's sorry. But I always.
You don't think he's
good
good?
Though.
You don't think
I
he's
think
good?
He's the best. Did I not always say that? Out of all of them, he's the best.
You said all of them was trash.
I said all of them. I said he was the best of the sorry quarterbacks.
But you said they all was trash.
I don't think Jaden. And I said I had specific things that I said about.
You don't think Jaden Daniels is good
what
either?
What I said was.
You said that whole quarterback class was trash.
The best.
Nah.
I'll tell you what was going on. Okay, this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Ooh,
I said all of them. I said all of them weren't good, right? But then I said out of all of those, Caleb Williams is the best.
But you still saying he's trash.
Let me finish. And then I said Bo Nix is sorry.
Okay.
And then I said Jaden Daniels is not going to play long in his career because he cannot take hits. Did I not say that? And he's been hurt every season that he played.
But he played going up to get them to the NFC Championship game.
That's the reason.
I ruined the Jaden Daniels thing for him.
Because you did some snake shit.
You
did some snake
That's
shit.
what ruined it for life too.
Yeah.
It was
that was some snake shit.
Yeah.
That's all good.
But you let that ruin.
You
Look
at him.
That made you mess up.
No. I'm telling you, I watched this kid. That's when I was.
So you saying he's good? He just ain't gonna play long.
I said if he does not learn how to slide, he will not play meaningful football.
So he's good. So he's good.
What has happened? I don't think we'll see the best of him because he's not going to play meaningful football.
I mean, they said the same thing about Lamar Jackson. About Lamar Jackson.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They just said Lamar Jackson couldn't make the throws.
You're right. They said that, but
you said that.
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I did.
But back to Fernando Mendoza. When a team drafts a quarterback number one overall, usually there's a little to no discussion about a battle. So you bring in Kirk Cousins because he's a carbon copy of Fernando Mendoza. You bring in a guy, you can run the same set, same offense, and they can learn from each other. But the last 6 quarterbacks that went number one, going back to Kyler Murray in Arizona, all started week 1 as a rookie. So if you say that, I think if you look at history, Fernando Mendoza will start week 1. The best case scenario in Vegas that, like Coach mentioned, that Kirk Cousins would start this year, giving Mendoza a chance to kind of learn from a consummate professional. But that coaching staff is not ready to do that. They have to go ahead and instill their system, and I think Mendoza will play. I think he shouldn't play, but the thing is, if you go with the norms, every quarterback over the past 6 years has started week 1.
How many of those guys had somebody like Kirk Cousins as the quarterback there?
I think one of them.
Because Kyler Murray didn't have nobody there.
No.
Who else?
I mean, we can go back and look at all.
Okay, I know if you had it right.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. But that was the last 6 going back to Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
The last 6, you look at him. Who else went 1?
Jordan Love didn't go 1.
Can I ask you a question?
But he sat behind Aaron Rodgers.
You can say no.
No, go ahead.
Why you don't respect my quarterback analysis?
Because you don't like black quarterbacks.
That's not true.
What was the last one you liked?
Kyler Murray.
That was 6 years ago. You know how many quarterbacks have been drafted?
I like Jaden Daniels. I'm a Cam Ward fan.
No, you're not a Cam Ward fan. No, you're not.
Because he was a Titan. That's the only
The
reason.
only reason, bro, you don't like black quarterbacks.
You don't believe in him at all.
I know a lot of people like that.
But this how I like black quarterback. You put that on me. It's like, wow.
I don't like black quarterbacks.
But here's the thing.
The only black quarterback you've ever liked is Mac9.
That's my boy. But here's the thing. This argument came from way back in Lash's crib when the first show started. Now it wasn't Sam Darnold. It was Matthew Stafford and Cam Newton.
Oh,
that's where it started. And I said I take Matthew Stafford, and he's been cursed me ever since.
Nah, I mean, go ahead. We just finished.
No, I'm just saying that's where this whole thing started at, right? And that's why you saying I'm totally MAGA when it comes to quarterbacks.
You're definitely MAGA when it comes to quarterbacks. Yeah, and let's go through these last 10 quarterbacks. Cam Ward he started week 1.
Okay. Well, nobody there though. I'm just saying we got.
Caleb Williams started week 1.
Well, nobody. Well, they got rid of him, so wasn't nobody there. They got rid of Justin Fields.
They did.
So wasn't nobody there.
Bryce Young.
Wasn't nobody.
Wasn't nobody there.
Trevor Lawrence.
Nobody there.
Joe Burrow.
Wasn't nobody there.
Kyler Murray.
Wasn't nobody there.
They drafted the number 1 pick and got rid of the number 1 pick to draft him.
Draft him. That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, we'll see.
Mendoza gonna start, you think? Okay.
And closing,
Who started?
Yeah, closing. According to that, every quarterback starts.
Oh, yeah.
But they've never had a Kirk Cousins, like Coach mentioned.
Yeah, I think Kirk Cousins gonna start.
Yeah, so we'll see. And closing things out, can the Dallas Cowboys fix a historically bad defense, Coach?
Yes. Adding Caleb Downs is going to be huge for that secondary to go along with Jalen Thompson. Then picking up Rashawn Gary on the edge is going to help. Go to the D-line that has now Quentin Williams, who now has a full offseason of learning that defensive scheme. So I think we're going to see this Cowboys defense be a lot better than it was this past year.
I think so, too. With Caleb Downs coming back and Rashawn Gary from the Packers, they're going to be a lot better on defense. A lot better. And they already score offense like crazy. They're going to be a lot better on defense. They got rid of Diggs, who can't guard anybody. Who has the worst technique when it comes to cornerbacks in there?
L'Jarius Sneed, line 1.
Yeah, but Diggs is right there with him though. He's bad.
Bill, L'Jarius Sneed's bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with him either.
Can the Cowboys fix historically bad defense? Yes, they tried their best. This was the 31st ranked defense in the entire NFL last year. They finished near at the bottom in every defensive category, and now you're on your 4th defensive coordinator in 4 seasons. Oof. So yeah, on paper, like all the guys you mentioned, Quentin Williams, Rashawn Gary, Kenny Clark, now you have interior guys. I think Deshaun Overson is one of the best middle linebackers in the league. I think he's going to be great. He just has to stay healthy. Only thing that I worry about is that cornerback room because you don't really have pieces. You got a boomer bust guy, then you got Caleb Downs. But you put 5 of your first 7 picks on defense in this draft. So, yeah, no, they didn't ignore it. They knew the elephant in the room is they need to play defense. You change the coordinator, change the staff, and you change the entire structure. So, this is a real overhaul. I think they addressed what they were supposed to do in every level of defense, yes. And I think they created more talent. They are more flexible on defense, and now they have more of a defensive structure. So I think we'll see how they look. They just got to stay healthy. Overshawn has been out 2 years with his knee. Once he gets out there and he's healthy, man, he's going to be a dog.
They got an edge rush that's pretty good, too.
Rashawn Gary.
Yeah.
So
I think their strategy is that they're gonna put pressure on the quarterback and hope for bad throws.
Yeah.
If they get rid of the ball quick.
Hope for bad throws.
Yeah. Because they still got to pay Pickens.
And Caleb Downs is a big pickup for them, man.
He's going to be a beast there. I'm telling you. But, yeah, man. You know, so you had 2 top 20 picks in the draft, so you have no excuse but address the defense, and they did that, and that's their whole, man. And that is the NFL OTAs. That was fun, guys. That was really good.
Yeah.
Good exercise.